It is really something. First, my seminar is based on cloud security domain, and the first tech video of 2019 is also based on the same domain. So this app was in my recommended apps section. If anything is there in security, then I am in. After installing it, I found that this app does everything for free. I was like, great. But then I started questioning if it is worth it. So I did some research and this is what I found. And so I am making this video. So the app's name is 1.1.1 DNS Resolver. The link to this app will be in the description. Okay, so I will be calling this app 1. 1. is a fast and private way to browse the internet. It is a public DNS resolver, but unlike most DNS resolver, 1.1.1 is not selling user data to the advertisers. That is what makes it the faster resolver out there. So if you don't know, DNS or the domain name system is the phone book of the internet. Humans access information online through domain names like google.com. Web browsers interact through IP addresses. DNS translates domain name to IP addresses so the browsers can load internet resources. Here, each device is connected to the internet and has a unique IP address which other machines use to find a device. DNS servers eliminate the need for the humans to memorize the IP address, such as 192.168.1.1. This is the IPv4 version, or more complex or newer alphanumeric IP addresses, which is an IPv6. So you must be wondering, what is a DNS resolver? So when a user requests to visit a web application like youtube.com, the user's computer needs to know that a server to connect to so that it can load the application. Computers don't initially have this necessary information, name to address translation. So they ask the specialized server to do it for them. These specialized servers are DNS Recursive Resolvers. The resolver's job is to find the address for a given name, like the IP address 192.168.1.1 for, let's say, youtube.com, and return it to the computer that asked for it. Computers are configured to talk to specific DNS resolvers identified by the IP address. Usually, this configurations is managed by the user's ISP. Like in India, it might be Jio or BSNL. Anything. Users can also manually change which DNS resolver their computers talk. So you must be wondering, why use 1. instead of an ISP's resolver? The main reason to switch to a third-party DNS resolver are security and performance. ISPs do not always use strong encryptions on their DNS, which makes DNS queries vulnerable to data breaches and exposes users to threats like man-in-the-middle attack. In addition, ISPs often use DNS records to track their users' activity and behavior. These resolvers don't always have great speeds, and when they get overloaded by heavy usage, they become even more sluggish. If there is enough traffic on network, an ISP's recursor could stop answering requests altogether. In some cases, attackers deliberately overload an ISP's recursor, resulting in DOS. These downsides, the risks of ISP recursor, can be mitigated with the secure recursive DNS services like 1. With security features like bleeding edge encryption and the fastest resolution speeds, 1. provides a better overall experience. So what makes it secure? Some other recursive DNS services may claim that their services are secure because they support DNSSEC. While this is a good security practice, users of these services are ironically not protected from the DNS companies themselves. Many of these companies collect data from their DNS customers to use for commercial purposes. Alternatively, 1. does not mine any user data. Logs are kept 24 hours for debugging purpose, then they are purged. 1. Also offers some security features not available from many other public DNS services, such as query name minimization. Query name minimization diminishes privacy leakage by only sending minimal query names to authoritative DNS server. The power of Cloudflare network gives 1. a natural advantage in terms of delivering speedy DNS queries. Since it has been deployed on Cloudflare 1,000 plus servers worldwide, users anywhere in the world will get a quick response from 1. In addition to this, these servers have access to over 7 million domains on the Cloudflare platform, making queries for those domains lightning fast. As you can see, this query speed for 1. is 14.8 milliseconds, while Cisco OpenDNS is 20.6, Google Public DNS is 34.73 milliseconds, and an average ISP is 70. And the best part is that it is free. So I recommend you guys to download this app for your smartphone.